Okay, so we are good to start with the session. I will just quickly share my screen and hand it over the session to Amit sir. Okay, so once again, a very good morning to everyone. I welcome you everyone to the fifth and the last to start with the session. Today is the last master. Just a second. Yeah. Okay. Once again, a very good morning to everyone. I really welcome all the students to the last masterclass of about 2 weeks of GTU internship, which is Masterclass 5, Deploying Agentic AI in Real World Projects. Students, today's masterclass is very important as I've already discussed that we will be thoroughly discussing about how your projects will look like, where you need to upload your projects, everything we will be discussing in today's masterclass. And also, if you have any doubt with regards to your projects, you can directly keep the platform will also open the platform for the doubt clearing session in today's session. You can ask whatever doubt you have with regards to your project. So yeah, let's just get started with today's session. Over to you, Amit sir.
All right. Thank you so much, Tashika, for the introduction. Hello, everyone, and welcome to your final session where we'll be discussing about the projects that you have to design. We have been doing all this amazing work till now. We've started learning these AI agents how to design them. We started with a very simple tweet generator, and then we went to design different things. We started with the Relay app where we could just drag and drop and build an agent. And then we built some complex agents using LLMs as the brain of these agents. And this LLM could classify or could route the query based on whatever it has learned into different sections. And that could complete certain types of work. We were also introduced, we also did extensive session on lang graphs yesterday, where we built all these agents using coding. So we have a little bit of coding experience. We have a experience of drag and drop. We have experience of building complex and simple agents. So whatever be the use case, we will be able to build our own agents now. And I can say that this year 2025 and the subsequent year that is going to come, that is 2026, is the year of agentic AI, where a lot of applications or a lot of processes will be automated with the help of artificial intelligence in the years to come. And it's already happening in industries. I was in talk with some of my friends who work for different companies. I was in talk with my brother who works for EI, and he was saying that a lot of processes in the company is being automated with the help of AI tools. And that's kind of like both scary as well as opportunity for us, because it's scary because it will take away certain jobs from certain kind of people, but it's a huge opportunity for people who could create these kinds of AI agents so that we and be available for the job market. And that kind of skill is irreplaceable, right? So your human skills will be replaceable, but if you replaceable by AI, but if you know how to design the AI, then you will be irreplaceable. And that's the kind of power that we hold in our hands now. So what can we do with this power, and how can we build our own agents, and what problem to solve with these agents is what this whole session about. We already know how to build some of the simple and complex type of agents. Then it's up to you now how you can scale this up to apply it for certain problem. And that's what this whole session about. I will just share my screen so that I can uh, show how we can build our own projects. I hope that I'm sharing the right screen and not the presenter view. All right, so welcome to Masterclass 5, which is creating real life projects. And this is a project guidance session, and we'll be creating a lean canvas. So lean canvas is a framework which will guide you to which project that you want to take or design, or what is the problem that you want to solve. All right. So as I mentioned in my last session, which was yesterday, that these are the problems that we are looking on. So the United Nations, which is the global organization body, which looks for the welfare of the whole world, has some sustainable goals. All right, and these are the sustainable goals for 2030. So there are 17 goals that United Nations have made for the whole world, and these are the 17 challenges or problems that the world is facing right now. And so it starts with like no poverty. So there is a lot of poverty in the world, and the United Nations mission is to eliminate that poverty from the world. There is zero hunger as a sustainable goal. That means that nobody should be hungry, or nobody should sleep hungry in this whole world, right? There is a problem of hunger in the world. There are many marginalized communities where a lot of people are struggling even with these basic amenities like food, water, shelter. Third one is good health and well-being. All the human beings should have good wealth and should be happy living in this world. And that's the goal that the United Nations have for 2030, which is sustainable development goal, so that the humanity survives, so that the humanity sustains. Quality education. A lot of people in the rural areas as well as in the marginalized communities don't have access to quality education. That means that they don't have schools, they don't have quality teachers, they don't have quality resources to learn. And that's what brings poverty, hunger, and health issues in those people. So that's why quality education is also one of the sustainable development goals that United Nations have. Gender equality. There are many disparities in gender, whether it is in job scenario or any other field. So it is very necessary. How can we eliminate that gender equality? There is also a problem of clean water and sanitation. There are many sections of the community, or there are many areas of the cities or rural areas where clean water is not accessible. And how can we make it accessible is also another problem that the United Nations is looking at. Then there is affordable and clean energy. We are running on fuel which is not sustainable, and also it is polluting the whole environment. So how can we build solutions that can provide this affordable and clean energy? Then there is problem of decent work and economic growth. Certain sections of the community, they don't have a decent economic growth. How can we make sure that they have that? There is industry, innovation, and infrastructure. How can we make sustainable infrastructure which doesn't pollute the environment? And also, how can we how can we make industries more sustainable? Is also one of the goals that United Nations is looking to. Then there is reduce inequalities, sustainable cities and communities. How can we build more sustainable cities? Responsible consumption and production. So in our day-to-day life, we consume a lot of things without being responsible about that. So how can we be a responsible consumer, and how can we consume goods which are not harming the environment, or how can we make sure that we are being mindful while we are purchasing something or or consuming something, right? Climate action, we already know about global warming and the stuff. There is always in every year there is an increase in the global temperature, and that is bringing a lot of problem. Not just global temperature, but problems like pollution and other things are also one of the challenges that the world is facing right now. Then there is life below water. You must have seen pictures of these straws that go inside these turtle and these tortoise which live in the water, and that's why they are dying, right? So we are polluting our ocean as well, and the life below water is also being hampered by that. And that's one solution that we are also looking forward to. And then life on land. We are cutting trees, and there is a lot of deforestation, which makes all these animals and birds move from their places, and they are not having proper living conditions. And that's also one of the sustainable goals, because the sustainability of earth not only just depends on the how humans will survive, but also how each flora and fauna will survive. And then peace, justice, and strong institutions. And 17 is partnership for goals. So how can we partnership with different governments? How can we partnership with different NGOs? And how can everyone contribute towards the development of no, toward the sustainable development of the earth and humanity? So these are 17 goals of United Nations, which are the Sustainable Development Goals, which they want to achieve by 2030. And how can we contribute in these goals using AI or using AI solutions is what we are going to explore in the capstone project that we are going to design in this certification program. So how can we design it and how to identify a problem first of all? So this whole session is about how can we identify a problem that we want to solve, right? And to identify a problem, we use a very simple framework called Lean Canvas. I think that a lot of people have heard about Lean Canvas. A lot of people might have made this Lean Canvas and all. But if you have not, then I'm here to guide you to make your own Lean Canvas so that you are very much aligned with the problem that you want to solve. So the problem is that there are 17 problems, right? And these are like wider problems. No, poverty is not a simple problem, right? So these are kind of like wicked problems. So wicked problems are the problems which require a lot of effort to solve. And all these 17 problems that we have are wicked problems which will require a lot of effort. And you can't say that, okay, I will reduce hunger with a AI tool, right? Because that's not a solution that we can provide. We are not, nobody in the world is that powerful that they can reduce the hunger from all over the world, right? There is a social construct which also says that there are certain people of the community which should stay poor so that the country should develop. And then there are like many different kind of like ideas and schools of thoughts. So the problem that we are solving is very wicked, and we want to be very narrow in our approach. And what problem do we want to solve? What is the solution to the problem? What are the people that will be affected by the problem? And a lot of things. What are the resources that we will require? How will we earn money to sustain ourselves? And a lot of things that we should keep in mind while solving a particular problem. And that's what this session is about. How can you think on uh, on a problem statement and build up a solution to it? So this is how a lean canvas looks like. It's kind of like a framework which helps you to define your problem, your product. So this is what industries use. So in business, what I have done is I have designed this lean canvas for a lot of products. In projects, it is also very important. So it has certain sections like a problem section, then a customer segment. What are the customers that you are reaching out to with the problem that they are facing? What is unique in your solution? What is your solution? What are the key metrics that you will require to measure your impact? What are the channels that you will deploy your solution to? What is your unfair advantage? Why is your solution unique, and why will people buy it? What are the revenue streams in which you will earn money? What is your cost structure? And all these things you will have to fill for the project. Okay, this is also one of the submissions that you will have to do, is you will have to design a lean canvas for the problem that you are solving, and then you have to submit a concept note of your solution and a PowerPoint presentation on the same, which I will discuss later on. But let's design this and let me guide you step by step. So there is a way to fill this. You can't just fill it randomly. There is a way to fill this lean canvas. And to fill this lean canvas, what we are going to do is we are going to do an exercise. I'm going to paste this link on the chat box, and you're going to go to this link and create your account there. Uh, but you can also do one thing, is you can also straightforward go to Google. Sorry. And type in lean canvas there. Okay, so this lean canvas, and you can click on the first link that you are seeing, Lean Foundry. Okay, so this is some person has created this Lean Foundry, Lean Canvas designing tool, which is free to use for everyone. I'm pasting this link on the chat box so that you can go to the same link. All right. What I can do now is I can sign in with an account which I have not signed this Lean Canvas with. And what it will do is it will be the same process that you will follow. Okay. So first of all, if you are at this page, then just give me a heads up by saying yes or done or on the page in the chat box, just like we were doing prior, and then we will be good to go. All right. Thank you, Zeel, Suche, Devalia, Tawheed, Saad, Priyanshi, Ram, Ved, Param. All right. So for saying done. All right. So we are at this page, which was very easy process. The hard process is yet to follow. But we are set. First step is to go to this lean canvas page and then sign in. All right. So sign in with your account. So you can also sign in with Google, which will be easier. So you go to this lean canvas page, click on sign in, and all right, maybe a lot of people are using it. Let's see if it supports everything. So log in with Google and sign in account. I hope we are not frying up their servers by logging in all at the same time. Let's test their servers also. All right. It says signups are not available, and because we all are signing in together. Okay. Let me just do it from my account. Okay. Yeah, a lot of people are. Okay, so let's do one thing. Let's do one thing. So let me just guide you in this process, and let's not do it together. You can do it on your own um when you have to submit it. Okay, so let me just guide you what you have to do, what process that you have to follow. I So this happens with a lot of tools because their database, it would be flooded with so many queries, and it would sense brute force attack, and then maybe they will not be able to sign up. But let me just sign in with my account, which I have in on Lean Foundry, and then can show you how to design this so that in your free time, whenever we are not signing all together, we can design this Lean canvas for ourselves. All right, so I have my own account on this, and I can sign up with a Lean Canvas. So what we will do is you will see this screen when you sign in. Okay, so if anybody got a chance to sign in, they will see this screen. Otherwise, you can do it at your own time. Right now, don't do anything on Lean Canvas. Just come to your Zoom account, and then just look at the process, and then in your free time you can just design your own canvas, because right now you will not be able to also think of the problems that you are solving, right? So let me do it for one sample problem, and then we all can design it in our free time. So what you will do is you will go to your you will see a screen like this, and because this session is being recorded, so you will also get a recording of this. You will see a screen like this, and you will go to my first canvas. Okay, so my first canvas, and here is a beautiful, beautiful way in which you can design your own canvas, and we will fill it up. So there is no straightforward filling this canvas. Okay, this canvas is the same canvas that I showed on my PowerPoint slides, which were here, and you could see this canvas, right? So you don't feel like problem solution, unique value proposition, and fair advantage and all. There is a way to solve this. And so the way is you start with the problem that you are solving. Okay, so you start, this is the first column that you have to fill. And uh, so in this you will pick one problem from these problem statements that we have. Okay, so you pick one problem from this, and I pick quality education. Okay, because I resonate with quality education, and let's say that I will design a AI solution for uh, to empower people with quality education. Okay, so here I write my problem, and in this you don't write the SDG itself. You don't write that the problem is lack of quality education. Okay, although that is a problem, but where do you see that problem? Okay, so narrow it down. So lack of quality education, let's say that it's in rural areas. Okay, so I'm targeting rural areas only, right? So villages and towns and small cities, or areas where um, accessibility is not there. So my problem statement is that there is lack of quality education in rural areas. Okay, so this is one statement. And then I define my problem. So I say that children in rural areas do not have access to quality education. Okay. I say the children in rural areas do not have access to quality education. I feel fill in new entry. And then let me also go to Google and get some stats. Okay, how many children in India do not have access to quality education? Okay, and I will get some stats. So it says that approximately 16.8% of children aged 6 to 17 years, or 47.4 million children, do not have access to quality education in India. Okay, so I take this from here. Although it's AI generated, but I can go to some credible sources also. So let's say that I go to the Hindu, and it says 50% of Indian children do not have access to quality education after primary school. Okay, so this is a survey being done by Amirullah Khan, who is a development economist. And I will just copy this problem statement from here, go to my lean canvas and paste it here, right? So I say that I see that 50% of India's children don't have access to quality education after primary school. And that's a huge, huge problem. And I can also go to more credible sources to identify this problem. Let's say that I go to UNICEF, which is more, which also does surveys, and it says that 6.1 million children out of school in 2014, reduced from 13.6 million in 2006. So out of 100 students, 29% of girls and boys drop out of school before completing the full cycle of elementary education. And often they are most marginalized children. So it says that they are most marginalized children. Okay, so this is one statement which I picked from there, and I say that, okay, so not all of them are from of affluent backgrounds, but they are also marginalized, right? So they don't have access to school, they don't have access to education, they don't have access to tools which they can learn from. All right, so I have identified my problem, and I will do more research, back my problem statement with more data. Okay, so the better that I can define my problem, the better that I can narrow down my problem, the better it will be. All right, so I can also narrow it down to, let's say, in Gujarat. So let's say that you can also localize it, right? And then your stats will change according to Gujarat, right? So, but let's say that I make it a huge Indian uh, problem. So lack of quality education in rural areas in India. Okay. So I say that children in rural areas of India do not have access to quality education. So if I say children, then I will take up the whole world. If I narrow it down to India, then I can narrow it down to India. And then if you narrow it down to Gujarat, then you narrow it down to Gujarat. So that depends on the solution that you are providing and the scale of your solution. Right. So once you identify your problem, then you identify the customer segment. Okay, so you don't just jump into solution. So this is the first step of defining this lean canvas, which will help you identify the problem and the solution to it. Okay. So you say that, okay, there is a lack of quality education in rural areas in India, and children in rural areas do not have access to quality education. 50% of Indian children do not have access to quality education after primary school, and often they are most marginalized children. So here you will now fill in your customer segment. That means that who will be the most affected by this problem and whose problem are we solving? Okay. So if you design a product, so let's say that if you are designing any product, let's say that you are designing a shoe, you identify a problem that most of the people most of the athletes do not have proper shoes to run, and that brings injury to them. So you will find your customer segment as athletes. Okay, so this is also done by businesses, companies, when they are designing their first product or any product that they are designing. So they do a lean canvas, they make a lean canvas, and they identify which keeps them guided along the process of this project. So here in the customer segments, I will write down the people who will be most affected by this problem, okay, or who will be my customers, or who will be the beneficiaries of my solution. So here I will write children aged 6 to 17 years, okay, which I identified in the survey. And basically, they are rural children. Sorry, we can say that children living in rural areas, children living in rural areas, which will be my customer segment, and they are underprivileged. Underprivileged children, that means that they don't have access to resources, they don't have access to schools and other things. Okay. All right. So after defining my customer segments, I define the unique value proposition. So I jump to the unique value proposition, um, which is oh, which is what is unique in our product. So let's say that um, which is kind of like a value that is added, a value of our product, which we can define in very single, clear, and compelling message. So let's say that a customer is unaware of our product or unaware of our solution or our product, and how can we make that person unaware? So let's say that Nike is launching some shoe. Okay, so the customer segment of Nike is, let's say, sportsmen. So the unique value proposition of Nike would be can be like stylish, or can be like very comfortable, or can be like made with recyclable material. Okay, so this kind of unique way, what is unique in your product that will turn a person who doesn't know about your product to be interested in your product, right? So then you fill in this unique value proposition, and unique value proposition of my solution is that it is AI based. Okay, and AI based solution, um, let's say that no schools required. Okay, no teachers required, and easily accessible. You can also say free to use. Okay, so the solution that you are designing to this problem should also come from the customer segment that you are targeting, right? So if I'm targeting these children living in rural areas and I'm saying underprivileged children, then my solution should be accessible, it should be free to use, it should be using limited resources, like no teachers required, no schools required, it's an AI based solution. And you can also say that uh, just a phone or a computer is required. Almost every house now has a phone, and that's not a problem now. Even the marginalized communities, even the people living in slums, they have access to a smartphone, and that's where the country is heading to. And that's why my unique value proposition will just require a phone or a computer if it is there, and they will be having access to this education, and then they will be able to solve the problem of lack of quality education, right? So let's say now, because this customer segment, this will define my unique value proposition, because this unique value proposition should attract these customers. So if I'm talking about the shoe from Nike, and if I'm talking about these athletes, then it should cater to these athletes, right? So these athletes have a, first of all, they have a brand consciousness, or first, and they also require comfort, and they also require some style in their product. So my Nike's value proposition would be comfortable. So if my customer segment is particularly for running people, right? So let's say marathon runners or sprinters, then my unique value proposition would be padded cushioned shoes, which are durable for longer runs, or shoes which would give you an added advantage in running, or which can lift you up, which can give you a spring kind of mechanism that can give you more speed, right? So that can be my unique value proposition in the solution that I am providing. After the unique value proposition, so you fill this unique value proposition so that your solution can be aligned to this. A lot of people gets confused here, why I'm not filling out a solution and then finding out the unique value proposition. So This unique value proposition is what will make your business more sellable, and your solution should be based on your unique value proposition, not the other way around. Okay. All right. So now I am going to provide a solution to it. Okay. So my solution is a AI powered app that can understand the learning levels of a child and can produce content, quizzes, learning plans for the user. So my solution is an AI powered learning app that can understand the learning levels of a child, that can produce content, quizzes, learning or learning plans for the user. So basically, if there is a lack of quality education and people are not able to access to a qualified teacher, and I can also say that tutor app. Okay, so I'm designing this AI powered tutor app that can understand the learning levels of a child and can produce content or quizzes or learning plan for the user. Right. So what we're providing is a solution, and we can also write somewhere free tutor app that can understand the learning levels of a child and can produce content quizzes learning plan for the user. Right. So we can use our lang graphs in this, and what we can do is we can ask a question to a child and can provide answers to and can provide, let's say, a space to answer, and on the base of that answer we can categorize that answer on the base of understanding. So how is the understanding? Is it a lower level understanding? Is it a higher level understanding? Is it a medium level understanding? And then we can route that um, route the content to that respective understanding. We can keep that as a state. So let's say that I ask a question, what is 315 plus 427 to a child? Okay, which is learning math. Let's say I'm just giving an example. I'm not giving you the entire idea so that you can produce your own fresh ideas. I'm just giving an idea of an AI powered app and how it could look like. So let's say that if I design an AI powered app for teaching math, then my problem will also change around math. My customer segment will also change around math. My unique value proposition will also change around math, and my solution will also change around math. Right. So if you change any of this segment in this lean canvas, then all of these segments change accordingly. But let's say that for this, I am basically designing an AI powered app, and I'm asking this question of 347 plus 417, and the child is doing some calculation and writing its answer. And let's say that he forgot to add the carry over, right? So 7 plus 7 is 14, but he just wrote 4 and he did not add the 1 to the tens place. So my AI powered app should be able to identify what is the problem that the person is having. And on the base of that, my agent is classifying it into different segments. So let's say that one segment is a lower level, one segment is a medium level, one segment is a higher level. That's just the idea. There can be many levels. There can be many type of understanding that we can get from an answer that a person is saying. There can be like mental issues, or let's say that there is something called Down syndrome. We can also identify that, and we can identify many things, and then can produce those routes to different sections. And in those sections, that particular problem will be solved. So let's say that if I am giving 317 plus 400 and 714, and he's not able to do it or do it in a wrong way, then I'm routing it to a way where I am giving him simpler exercises, or I'm giving him a video to learn this simple addition and how it is done, and then again route it back to the question, and then check it, route it back to the same solution, produce loops, make longer chains, make more complex graphs, and then maybe at one point of time design a solution that can solve all these learning problems for each individual user. So that's my AI solution. So I found a problem, and I found a customer segment. I found my unique value proposition, and I gave a AI solution. Right. So how this solution came? My unique value proposition is saying that because the person will just require a phone or computer, that's why I am making an app for that. Right. So we can also talk about web app. So my solution is coming from problem, from customer segment, from unique value proposition, and there can be many layers to it, right? So it should be easy to use. I think easy to use would come like in unique value proposition. And it can also be in local language. Okay, so these are things that you want to add in your unique value proposition. And if I say local language and powered free tutor, web app, that can understand the learning levels of a child, um, uh, available. You can also write here available in uh, or provide solutions. Provide solutions to problems in local language. All right, so this takes a lot of time to fill. I'm doing it right now and I'm brainstorming also and filling it up. This will be not the perfect lean canvas for me, but you take your time, fill this up very, very properly. Maybe add some person whom you're comfortable with, maybe a friend or a mentor or a colleague to fill this up, and you design your own solution. All right, so after you find out your solution, you go to channels. Okay, so um, channels is which channel will you deploy it with, right? So it will be on web. Uh, you can also say that you can also make an Android app for this, or you can deploy this on iOS app. iOS, let's not keep it. Why? Because let's assume that Android or iOS, let's say, even if someone has an iOS, then they will be able to use it. But considering that marginalized communities don't particularly buy an iPhone, I can make this optional too. So they have a web app which can be accessed by any anyone using an internet, and you can just this is bonus. You can also write like future. You can provide an Android and localized iOS app for easy access, but let's say that my channel is web app. So by defining my channel in which this solution will be live, now I will define my revenue stream. So to deploy this on web, I will have to first develop it, and also there will be some um, uh, some cost involved, right? So how will you recover that cost, and what will be the areas that you will require to make money to make it sustainable? So what are the revenue streams? So for Nike, if the example that we were saying, so solution would be a shoe that can provide you much lift in your running, and then the channel would be in local stores, or you can also buy it online, and those can be your channels. And also by, let's say that pre-booking it and all these things that would come in here. So whenever you are in doubt of what to put in any of these things, then you can always click on this question mark. There are these videos that this site provides that will help you fill this up. Right?
Building a scalable path to customers is key to realizing the full potential of your business model.
Right. So you can always watch these videos. These videos are really, really good in order to help you understand what to fill in what column. Okay. Then after channel, you fill in revenue streams. Where will you get the money from, right? So for Nike, it would be in sales, in merchandise. Um, for us, it would be, let's say, subscriptions, very minimum, right? Subscriptions, if any, let's say very, very minimal. Um, you can have a revenue stream from NGOs. You can sell it to NGOs, right? So selling it to NGOs which can use this to fulfill. So let's say there is an NGO who works in education and they are struggling by to provide this quality education. So you can sell this solution to NGOs. They'll be happy to buy it. You can also have revenues as donations, charity, or grants. Right? So you can apply for grants, you can apply for donations, you can apply for charity. Those will be your revenue streams. And you can also apply for some incubations. So you can apply for incubations. There are social incubations all over India in which you can apply, and they will be your revenue streams in which you will get revenue. Or maybe subscription, selling it to NGOs, or subscription to NGOs, and then donation, charity, or grants or incubations. This will provide in your sustainable money. After revenue streams, there has to be filled this cost structure. Okay, so after revenue streams, you define where you will earn money from. You define what is the cost you will require to build this app, right? So the cost that you will require will be, first of all, because it's a web app, so it will require a domain registration, and that cost you will have to bear. What and subscription you can also cite, and renewal. So you will have to purchase a domain and renew it. You can also type in hosting. Let's say that you're hosting it on Amazon Web Service, AWS, or you're hosting it on Render, or you're hosting it on Vercel, and you're using some database like, let's say, Supabase. So you can type in here. So let me just break it down. So hosting backend. So there is a backend of your app, and you're defining where to host it. So I'm just giving popular hosting ideas here. So I'm deploying it on Render, let's say, and let's say that I'm hosting my front end on this Vercel app, and I'm hosting my database on, let's say, Supabase. All right, so my cost structure will include this, and it will also include some of my marketing, or you can say awareness cost. So you will have to incur some awareness cost, and then you have to put in your development cost. Let's say that you are hiring someone, you're maybe, let's say, collaborating. Even if you are working it by yourself, it will incur some cost, right? Uh, Development cost can also include like laptops, high-end computers that you will require to develop this, and other things. So in cost structure, you will define everything that you require in order to build this app. Then after cost structure, you define key metrics. So key metrics is how you will measure your impact. Okay. So this will tell how your business is going. So you can say that number of subscribers, or you can say learners. So that can be one key metrics that will tell you whether you are going in the right direction or not. Number of NGOs partnered with, and then you can say that subscribers is one of the key metrics which you will measure your success with, and number of NGOs that you partner with. You can also talk about like key metrics can be donations or charity, right? So how much charity and donation you are getting for each child. So let's say that you partner with an organization which is giving you donations to deploy this app for a particular child, let's say 200 or 2000 rupees per child, and then that would be your key metrics of your success. All right, so after defining key metrics, you can define your unfair advantage. And you can also define here the problem statement. There is also alternatives of what are the alternatives of this problem, which are solving, which companies are already solving this problem, so that you can learn from those as well. But before filling that, let's fill this unfair advantage. And what is the unfair advantage that you have? Why is your solution unique? I think that I might have missed. Yeah, last is unfair advantage only, right? So you can also see in the video how to fill this up. So there is 1, 2, 3, 4 mentioned. So if you click on this one here, it will redirect you to a video in which you can fill up how, in which you can see the order that you need to fill this up. So now here in the unfair advantage, I will add in what is the unfair advantage for me, right? So first of all, it's the unfair advantage that you have is it is free of cost. And that's why more people will use it. And you can also say ease of use. What can you say is it's AI powered, no human involved. And that is uh, a very advantageous thing, right? So this problem can be solved by uh, training more teachers also, right? So let's say that there is a lack of quality education in India, so I am training more teachers so that they can go to different areas and then can teach, right? So a solution can also be teacher training can also be a solution, right? So I am training these teachers to teach better, or maybe equipping these teachers in order to cater to a larger audience. But my unfair advantage is that there is no human involved. So human beings have their own faults, and they sometimes don't want to work. Sometimes they are not motivated enough. But this AI powered assistant is always working. So we can also write here my unfair advantage is 24/7 active, right? So my teacher will not come on Sunday. So my advantage is that it is also accessible 24/7. And then let's fill up the things that we have not filled up. So what are the existing alternatives? These two you can fill in any order. So here you can say that there are alternatives like, let's say, Khan Academy. Is there which I can think of, which already has this kind of like AI powered tutor, which can learn from your the content. But their unfair advantage is that it's not free of cost, or maybe it is free of cost, but the ease of use is not there. Or maybe let's say that it's not 24/7 active, whatever. But you don't need to look for uh, all of your unfair advantage and create something which is entirely new. You can also just be an improvement of some existing alternative that is there in the market. And then in high level concept, this is kind of like an elevator pitch. How will you pitch in your project or your product? What is the analogy? So let's say that YouTube is Flickr for videos, right? So what is your
It gets tested by your competitors or copycats who follow you once you start getting some traction.
right?
If you still can't think of where your unfair advantage will come from, rather than listing some weak unfair advantage, it's much better to leave this box blank.
This unfair advantage
Many unfair advantages reveal themselves over time, and having a blank box
Just give me a problem, okay?
also serves as a constant reminder for you to continually search for your unfair advantage before it's too late. To complete the photo sharing product lean canvas, here's the unfair advantage I list. Community. Now, this is not something I had day one, but something I intended to build over time, and to make that be differentiation that would keep my competitors out from my market.
All right, so I'm not sharing sound, so it just got this video just got played and it was playing on my computer. Sorry for the interruption. So this high level concept would be, how can I you can say that AI powered tutor, or you can say that um, you can just name your product. Let's say that we say this edubot, and this is kind of like AI powered personal tutor. Okay, so this is the high level concept that it's just an AI powered personal tutor. And that's the simplest way of explaining this, right? So there's a personal tutor, but it's AI powered, right? So EduBot is the name. And I can write here solution. In my solution, I can write EduBot, which is the name of my app, which is an AI powered free tutorial app that can understand the learning levels and can produce content and quizzes. And once I fill this up by by using by filling up all the cells here, I can export this to PDF. Okay, so I will just click on export this PDF, and then I can just download this PDF from here. And this is a downloadable PDF, and this is how it will look like. All right, so I have my lean canvas ready. I just missed filling this early adopters, so I can always fill this up. So early adopters is like the ideal customers that will adopt this in the early stage, or who will adopt this. So early adopters can be uh, uh, your friends, family. Uh, Generally, it's like kind of like family members, or you can say that relatives, children of relatives, which you can relatives, or you can also say partnered NGOs. Already, if you have partnership with certain NGOs, they can be your early adopters. If you have some children whom you already know, they can also adopt this. And then you can define who you can easily reach out to, and who are the audience that is there. All right, and then you can download the PDF, and you can see. Okay, you have to fill everything up and then only download it, but you can always fill that up later on. So here is your lean canvas, and this is how it will look like. And this is what you also have to submit in with your project. All right, so this is the problem statement, this is the solution, this is the unique value proposition, unfair advantage, customer segment, and then you start designing your solution. So it's not just that the lean canvas is what you have to submit, you also have to submit your solution to the problem. Okay, so how can these problems look like? So an idea, if I want to give, so let's say that you pick up a SDG from this PPT I will share with you. So you pick up a SDG, let's say good health and well-being, and then you so your ideas, project ideas could be like a AI agent for mental health screening and support, and AI agent early disease detection using symptom checkers or ML on health data. So let's say that your problem statement is this, that there is lack of mental health support among youth, resulting in stress and anxiety. So this project aims to create an AI powered chatbot for mental wellness check-ins and guidance. So let's say that your problem statement is this. From good health and well-being, you selected mental health, and you defined your problem that there is a lack of mental health support among youth, which is resulting in stress and anxiety. So I'm designing an AI agent that can talk to certain person and can provide solutions to reduce their stress and anxiety. And if they want to check in with the doctor or the psychologist or the counselor, they can also make a check-in there. So it automatically books this check-in. You can also scale this up by using these devices that you have, wearable devices. Let's say that you have these smart watches that you are wearing, and you are gathering the data from this smartwatch, connecting it to your AI agent, and and comparing this data. So let's say that you see elevated heart levels or elevated stress levels, and then you automatically trigger your AI agent to let's say call that person, or give a notification on their phone that now they need to breathe, or they need to do some mindful exercises, or maybe if it is severe, then directly connect it to the relevant person. Just send a message that this person is in under stress. Can you call him up? Can you set a meeting with that person? And then you can think of different scenarios in which you can design your own mental health agent, right? So your problem is this, and you design a solution. There can be some project ideas. If your problem is, let's say, quality education, which we did for today, so we say that student in rural areas, they lack access to quality or personalized education. We propose a AI tutor that adapts content based on student progress and comprehension. So you design an AI powered personalized learning agent for rural students. So let's say that they register. So this agent can also do certain things like set up a class. So it can give a reminder on WhatsApp that your class is being set in the next 1 hour. So you have to be present, and then send a link for that class. And when the person clicks the link, it also gives this kind of learning material, some videos to watch, and then also questions. On the base of the questions, whatever answer they are giving, the agent is categorizing these answers into the learning level, and then providing those learning paths for each learning level, right? And you can also make certain different things, like you do a language translation. Let's say that you are facing the person is facing problem in learning in English language. So how can you make a language translators that translates the content in all these different regional language, so that the person doesn't uh, get uh, get non-access to quality education uh, because of their problem of language. You can also make a AI quiz generator based on student performance and learning gaps, anything that you can think of, but narrow it down to certain app that you can provide, you can build depending on your capabilities and the kind of resources that you have. If you want to work on SDG 8, decent work and economic growth, so you can you feel that many skilled individuals in tier 2 or 3 cities face unemployment challenges. This AI project will suggest personalized job path based on user skill and interest. So basically, you are making a AI agent that can search on LinkedIn which jobs are available, and based on the person's capabilities and resume, it can automatically apply to these jobs on LinkedIn. Maybe send a message to the person who has put these job resumes, and then can also automatically send my resumes or email my resumes to particular companies, right? So we already know how to create a email emailing agent. So now you can add in steps like, first you upload your resume. It understands from your resume what are the skills you have. It searches LinkedIn for prospective job offers. Then it sends to each one of the job offers a beautiful email, extracts the emails from these job offers, beautiful email with your resume applying for that job. So this AI agent, what it does is regularly, day by day, it searches these LinkedIn jobs, and it knows your profile, and it is automatically applying for these jobs for you. So you don't have to search, you don't have to do anything, right? So you just log in, put in your resume, it applies for all these jobs. So possibilities are kind of like endless that you can build, but the thing is that you will have to choose one problem statement which you resonate with. Which brings me to the final thing of this session before I take in questions. What to submit. So you have to submit three things. You have to submit lean canvas, the thing that we designed today. You have to do it on your own pace, and you have to define your problems really creatively. Watch videos that are there on the lean canvas foundry platform and fill in your lean canvas, download it, and send a PDF of that to us. Also, concept note of your project, which will have the problem solution, which will have a link to the problem, the solution that is there. So if you are deploying it on internet, then the links. If you are not able to deploy it on internet, if you can only make it local, then screenshots of your solution, or maybe a video link to your solution, how it works. Okay, so your similar thing will be beautified in a PowerPoint presentation where you can define your team, who designed this project, and you can also define what is the project about, what are the advantages of this project, what are the key things that you are solving, the problem statement and all, and a solution in a very beautiful way by representing them into screenshots, live links, and all. All right, so I will just give you a overview of previous submissions that we have had. I will just show you a PPT, how it can look like. All right, so just wait for the submissions. All right, I had that tab open, but somehow I'm not finding it. Once I find it, I will let you know how it is, how your PPTs will look like. But it should have like a problem statement, it should have a solution, it should have screenshots. These are the things that it should have. And finally, yeah, that's all from my side. Where to submit it and how to submit it will be taken by Rashika. So Rashika, over to you. Now you can tell the students where to submit this form and how to submit this. Till then, I will find one PowerPoint presentation from the older submissions, that how ideal PowerPoint presentation can look like, and one idea of a concept note also. Questions I will answer in the chat.
Okay. I would really extend my heartfelt appreciation to Amit sir for his exceptional guidance throughout all the five master classes, through insightful instructions and unwavering commitment through the 2 weeks of AI GTU internship master classes, which has been ended today. Special thanks to my teammate Anil for his consistent behind the scenes support, for keeping like links, all the links on the YouTube, YouTube live links on WhatsApp, ensuring that each session has been run smoothly and seamlessly. To all the students, your enthusiasm, dedication, and eagerness to learn have truly made this journey special. So, before we conclude with today's session, I would like everyone, I'll quickly share my screen and let everyone know that whatever has been explained in today's masterclass, आपको कहाँ पे कैसे upload करना है, and this will be your Google Form deliverable submission too. The one deliverable submission has been circulated last week only to give you the gist of that K, you need to submit your one consolidated certificate which says from learner to beginner AI and sponsoring organization. So I'll just quickly share my screen again for the students, those who have recently joined or those who have joined in the mid of their internship. I'll just share my screen and explain you. Okay. So yeah. This is the course which I am talking about, which says from learner to builder, become an AI agent architect. For this, you need to do 3 self-learning courses on the platform. Apart from that, when you will do all these three learning self-learning courses on the platform, this is the certificate you will get. This is the consolidated certificate which we are asking you to upload as a deliverable on the Google form, which is the number one Google form, wherein we are asking you to upload this form, wherein it says K, say for example, my name is Rashika, so this certificate is presented to my name for the completion of from learner to builder, become an AI agent architect. So this is the first certificate which we are asking you to upload. This is the second screenshot which we are asking you to upload because this is the most important. I mean, we should know that you are falling under which organization. So it should be ACA, which is Sri Mahakal Education and Charitable Trust Rajkot. This is the one organization that can be uploaded, and the other organization, some of the students must have been receiving the second sponsoring organization, which is Open Skills Build. So whatever your sponsoring organization is, take the screenshot of your profile page and upload it on your Google Form deliverable one form. So Yeah, this is the second form. I will just quickly share with you. Okay. So this is the form which I will be circulating by today and tomorrow end of the day, because right now only you just had a explain I mean you just had a masterclass on how to make your own project, so I'm just giving you a time of 24 hours. So this is the form I will be circulating on the group by tomorrow end of the day, and the submission of this form is 18th. Like today is 15th, you have 3 days. Do make concept note, make PowerPoint presentation, and please upload it on this form, which is the second form, deliverable form. You just need to enter all the details: name of the student, what is your registered mail ID. See, we have also given in the brackets that you need to enter the registration form ID in the that same mail ID which you used for your registering onto the internship. Your enrollment number, contact number, branch, semester, institute code. You need to select your college from the drop down menu, and check your sponsoring organization, and you need to click on which is your sponsoring organization, and if others you need to mention here. So please see to it. This is very important. These are the three documents which we will be asking you for an submission of your project, which is you need to upload your one concept note, which will be in the Word format. One concept note of the project. Second will be your PPT, which is PowerPoint presentation, as Amit sir rightly explained. And third will be your lean canvas project in the PDF form. So these three are the mandatory project guidelines which we will be asking for you to upload on the form. So as soon as you will upload this, we will be sending all your details, your certificate details, your sponsoring organization detail, your how you have uploaded your project, all to your GTU mentors, so that they can give you the marking system accordingly. And when I talk about the completion certificate of the internship, you will be getting that completion certificate of your internship probably by end of this month, which is July, because we also need to see your projects, because we will be receiving more than 2,500 projects in a I mean by 18th end of the day. So please take it a note that for deliverable form 1, which is your certificate and your sponsoring organization, the deadline is tomorrow end of the day. We will be not extending the deadline, because we have been extending since last 2 or 3 days. And for your final project, your final deadline is 18th of July, which is uh, after 3 days, which is Friday end of the day. It can be extended till one day, but please make sure that you complete as soon as, because your internship is ending. Your 2 weeks of internship is like tomorrow is the last day for that. So we are just giving you a day or two time to complete all your projects. So yeah, in case of any doubt, you can just give it a chat. I mean, you can just drop your queries on the chat box. I will answer the same. We'll just wait for 10 minutes, and then we can wrap up the session by clicking good happy picture, so that we can share these pictures to your GTU mentors as well, and that can be kept for our records. And I will be also sending the screenshots over the WhatsApp also. Yes, in case of any query, you can just drop me a text on chat. I am available on chat, so that I can address your queries.
All right, so I have found this PPT. A lot of people have been asking me what to include in the PPTs. So this is one from the June internship program that we had last year, and so you can write in your team names. Rashika, one question that everyone is asking is, do they have to submit it in teams, or do they have to submit it in groups? So like
No,
individually.
yeah, it is an individual project, no
O-
teams.
Okay, no teams, right? So, but they have made teams of three. So what to do with that? They are asking this.
No, it is an individual project. this is
Okay.
not a team project. Yeah, they need to
Okay.
submit as an individual because they will be evaluating, the GTU mentors will be evaluating individual wise. So
All right. And this is not the logo that you have to put in. Okay. So this is not the right logo. The right logo you can find of IBM Skills Build and CSR box uh, from the internet. And what it looks like is like this. Not this. Okay, this is the old logo, so this is the right logo, so you can always use this logo if you are building your PPT. Even if you are not using this, that will be fine. And you can also find CSR boxes logo and then put it in your PPTs. So this is kind of like a very intensive PPT that I'm using right now, but it is just kind of like a submission that we had last year. So instead of the team name, you will just write in your name here. And so you have an introductory slide. You will talk about what is the problem, what is the SDG that you are catering your problem to. So here very carefully mentioned that it is SDG 2, zero hunger, and this is the problem statement which is wrong here. So it is given to develop an AI solution, which will be a solution, right? So basically the problem statement would be to optimize these five farmer practices and all. And why did you choose that problem? Why this problem statement is for? And then what are the tools that you use to design your project? Some of the people are asking, do we have to code? No, you don't have to code. You can also provide your solution in a relay app, and you can always send the link to that relay app. Or if you want to use Zapier, you can also design it in Zapier. There are make.com also, you can also design it in there. N8N is also a solution that you can design in, but all of these drag and drop tools will follow the same kind of architecture. And how will your model solve the problem? What is the data that you use to design it from? What is your link to your model and where you are deploying it? And the final conclusion of the project. This is not the right kind of PPT that I found, but your PPT will look like this. Make it more. So there is one more like smart hospitality, which was submitted last year, and yeah, so here you can make it more visual. What are the team? This is again from team members, but you don't need to do it in a team members way. So introduce to your problem. What is the problem statement? What is the significance of the problem? What is the requirements that you need? What is your user requirement, which you will get from your lean canvas? What is the wireframing and prototyping? So this is kind of like website that they designed, the screenshot of their website, and more screenshots of this website. Then again, uh, some more things. And then because and also the code that they did, if you have designed in code, then you will have to put in some of the screenshot of the code so that we can know how your code looks like. And testing, if you have done it on some people and if it is providing the responses, screenshot to them. And what is the strategy, where your project lies. If it is in, you can also make it live on GitHub so that we can access it from there. Make sure that it is public. Um, and documentation, if you have any, then links. If you have kind of like a graph, you can include your graph in that. If you are making it on Langgraphs, then you can include that graph also here, how the design decision is making, and then a conclusion of that project. And then what is the impact of this? What are the people that will be impacted by this? What is the future enhancement? And then thank you note. So this is one of the more extensive kind of like PPTs that we got last year. I have got many like the same. Um, and this is what you need to submit. So your format can be different. It will just depend on what kind of like problem that you are solving, what are the tools and technology that you are using, how did you test it, some of the documentations, conclusion, and references and all. Some of the students are asking me what can be a concept note. So I will just show you a concept note from last year's. Uh, yeah, I think this is one. Yeah, so this is a kind of like concept note. And so you introduce what is the problem, uh, introduce with the problem, what is the sustainable development goal that you are attaining with this problem? What is the problem statement? What are the current challenges? What is the aim of the project? Objectives of the project, why you choose this problem, significance of this problem, overview of your solution, what are the data that you used. If you have some features, then you can also put in features, technical implementation, what did you do, what are the steps that you followed, some model information if you have, screenshots of your solution, and then graphs and charts and all if you have. Why did you choose a particular app? Let's say you chose IBM Watson, then why did you choose IBM Watson? If you chose Relay, why do you choose Relay? If you did it with programming, why did you choose programming? And then conclusion. So what we can do is we can send you a sample of this problem statement, and then you can of this kind of like a sample of concept note and a sample of this PPT so that you can refer to those. But make sure that you're not copying them. Make sure that you are designing your own solutions and problems. Right. All right. Thank you so much for being with me and Rashika, and thanks to all of the team that have been hosting this. Thanks to Anil, Rashika for managing the part of always being there, managing student queries. I am really grateful to the students also for their support. Make sure that you tag me with your projects on LinkedIn. If you have any queries also after that, then you can always ping me up on LinkedIn, connect to me on LinkedIn, and let me know what are the projects that you are building. My LinkedIn ID would be
Amit, before we wrap up, we need to click good pictures.
yes, definitely. So I will just
Yeah.
send the LinkedIn ID in the group so that so even if after this internship you face any problem, let me know in by connecting me to in the LinkedIn ID. Make sure that you are also tagging in CSR box, maybe GTU or IBM in the projects that you are building. But make sure that you are tagging in the correct partners. All right. So, and when you are tagging IBM, then make sure that you are using the right words to represent your projects and using the right logos because they are very sensitive in all these things. All right, Rashika, I'm good to go. I will just stop my screen sharing.
Okay. Okay, before we wrap up today's session, I would like to conclude that we will be sending the sample of concept note and the presentation. I will be uploading all the samples in the resources and recordings document, and I will be also sending on the WhatsApp. This is the first conclusion. The second conclusion is right now we need to click some good pictures, and after that there is one attendance form. So just wait, okay? Just quickly switch on your camera so that we click good happy pictures. Yes. Okay. Mm. Smile everyone. I'm just clicking. I would also request Anil to switch on the camera. Okay. Okay, thank you, Anil. Thank you. Students, you can also take screenshots for your records if you want to, because we will be sending all this happy faces screenshots to your GTU mentors as well. So, okay, I have clicked 5, 6 good pictures. Do not leave the meeting. I am showing the attendance link on my screen. Just fill those attendance link, and then we can wrap up the session. Thank you once again, Anil and Amit, for your time. Yeah. So this is your attendance sheet QR code. Quickly take out your mobile phone, scan this QR code. Also, my teammate Anil is putting down the link of this attendance form onto the chat box. We will be closing the attendance form by 12:45. So you have 20 minutes. Just quickly fill in the attendance form. And in case of any doubts or query with regards to your project, you can write down to me on my mail ID, or I am also available on WhatsApp and if you're stuck in any way while making your projects, you can also DM Amit sir on LinkedIn. He is available. He replies to every queries of the students. So yeah. Again, reiterating, your last day of project submission is 18th of July, which is 3 days after today. And your number one deliverable form will be your last day for that submission is tomorrow, which is 16th of July, end of the day. So please buckle up, students, those who have not started even the self-learning plan. You need to do that. You need to make projects. You also need to make concept note, PowerPoint presentation. So quickly make your projects and upload it on the Google form. By tomorrow, first up, we will be also circulating the Google form wherein you can upload your concept note, your PowerPoint presentation, your lean PDF format. Take out your mobile phone, scan this QR code. Anil is also putting down the link of this attendance form onto the chat box. And also on WhatsApp, as many of the students have still joined us from YouTube. For them, he is putting down the link of the attendance form onto the group. Students, please refresh the link and then try it again. Yes, there was some, yeah. I am resharing the attendance QR code again. There was I guess some network issues. Yes, this is the QR code for the attendance. Please refresh. Please refresh and then try to fill in again, because I have been receiving many student queries that they are not able to fill the attendance form. Refresh and then click on the link or scan the QR code to mark your attendance. We'll wait for 2 minutes and then we will wrap up the session. Please clear the cache, refresh it, and then scan the QR code, or you can just directly click on the link which is been shared by Anil on the chat box and on WhatsApp as well. If you have any doubt with regards to your project, your concept note, or your PowerPoint presentation, you can mail to me, or you can also DM Amit sir. He answers all the queries of the students. After today's session, just have a look on the resources and recording document wherein we will be uploading your yesterday's masterclass recording, the deck, and today's recording of the session, and the samples of PowerPoint presentation, concept note, wherein you can take the reference and have understanding of how you can make your concept note and your PowerPoint presentation. The deadline for submission of your project is 18th of July, which is 3 days after today. So make the use of this time and please make good projects. Select good SDG. I will be also uploading one PDF which states what all the SDGs we have and how you can, any one you can select and you can make your own project out of that SDGs. Another 2 minutes, 12:33 is I will in my clock I have 12:33. 12:35 will wrap up this session. Next 2 minutes for everyone to fill in the attendance form. Click on the chat box for the link of the attendance. Next 1 minute, it's 12:34 on my clock. Okay, so I'll just stop my screen. Thank you everyone once again, and all the very best. In case you have any doubt, you can reach out to me or Amit sir on LinkedIn. Okay, bye everyone and have a good day. Bye.